Hi there, everyone. Rena here from the Slow Knitter Podcast. I'm going to do a little brief tutorial on creating a jogless join when you are knitting in the round on 16-inch cables, regardless of your needle size, and how to avoid this little incident where the join is somewhat not smooth. And as we know, knitting in the round, you're knitting a spiral. So it's really not ever going to be straight unless you create it. Now, a lot of people will go in and just darn this closed, and I will do that for this because I'm really not happy with that. So I came across it on this. I came across it on a hat I knit last year, the barley hat. There it is. There's the jogless joint, the stair step thing again. So I'm going to go in and darn this as well. Now, I did a little baby hat. However, I did those hats that I talked about for a second on 16-inch. This little baby hat I did on Magic Loop. And I did not run into that problem on Magic Loop, but I don't always knit my hats on Magic Loop. Very often I knit my hats on 16-inch. I like it, so I do it that way. So I'm going to have to go in and sort of repair these a little bit. So as I was trying to figure out how to do this, I realized that there's got to be a way where you can actually join it in the round at 16 inches and not have that little stair step happen. So I scoured all our YouTube videos that we have for this kind of issue and came across one, and I love it. And so I'm going to share it with you. I'll be back to demonstrate. Hold on. Hi, Rena here from the Slow Knitter Podcast. Again, I'm glad I showed you the hats that I had some trouble with before. And I am going to show you how to create how to eliminate that stair step join that I showed you. So this is, I've cast on 90 stitches. All my stitches are not twisted for joining in the round, so I'm ready to go. All right, so what I'm going to do before I start anything is I am going to cast on one more stitch. I will eliminate this stitch and you will see how I do that. So there's one more stitch cast on. Then I am going to move the first stitch right here, right where my thumb is, right here, to the right hand needle from the left hand needle. I'm just going to move it purlwise over, slip it purlwise over. Then, as you can see, I'm going to bind off that new stitch that I cast on. The extra stitch, I'm going to bind it off with that first stitch that I moved from the left hand needle. There it is, I bound it off. Then I'm going to move it back to the left hand needle. I'm going to give my tail yarn a snug pull so everything stays nice and snug. And I'm going to start knitting in the round. Knit 2, purl 2 is my first instructions on this pattern, and there I go. You can see that there is no stair step. Let me show you one that I've gone a little further on. So in this pattern, this is the kindling hat pattern, and there is my beginning of the round. There's my stitch, there's my sort of round binder, and there it is. And there is no, that's just the ribbing that you see, but there is no jog in the fabric at all because of that casting on one, slipping, binding off, slipping back, and that. So there's no stair step happening here, and there's my beginning of the round marker, which matches my blouse. On another one, I'm doing another hat. And I did the same technique, and you can see it here. You can see the tail. This is my beginning of the round. Here's my beginning of the round marker.
and there's no stair step here. Nothing. It looks really smooth. So I highly recommend this method. I will give you step-by-step instructions below because this is a short video. Shouldn't take very long. And this is a great technique. So I scoured YouTube for us to find this technique, and I don't have any stair stepping happening on my gift knitting hats, the hats I'm giving for holiday gifts to family and friends. Okay, well, I hope that you got something out of this video. And let me know what you think. Press the thumbs up below. If you have any comments, please leave it below. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.